this isn't just about soybeans and solar panels. Let's talk about the TikTok deal, for example. Yeah, the app that every kid is unfortunately obsessed with. It became a whole political pressure point.
As of today, TikTok is back.
I think we would have a joint venture with the people from TikTok.
So I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok.
Remember when Trump wanted to ban it unless it became American-owned? There were talks about some investors coming together. Meanwhile, China would still own a portion of it. And it all sounded peachy, until suddenly, Beijing just shut the whole thing down.
The president seems optimistic, saying he's working with multiple bidders.
Do you think there's going to be a deal on TikTok?
There could be. We're dealing with 4 different groups, and a lot of people want it.
According to the New York Times, it was because of these tariffs. China was like, you hike tariffs, we tank your TikTok deal. That was just being smart and using leverage. And that's where China's real strategy kicks in. They're not just reacting, they're planning, and they're throwing their full economic weight behind the strategy.
Close. And then China changed the deal because of tariffs.
Beijing uses a multi-pronged economic coercion playbook, and they're deploying the entire kit against the United States.
Not sure if anyone followed when Trump floated the idea of starting a sovereign wealth fund.
It's a very exciting event. We're going to have a sovereign wealth fund, which we've never had. I think in a short period of time, we'd have one of the biggest funds.
It's really just a big government investment fund that could buy stocks and build wealth. Well, it never happened. And that's because the US doesn't have the money lying around that lets you build that from scratch. When you're running $1 trillion deficit, it's kind of hard to start investing like Warren Buffett. But China already has one. As a matter of fact, it is one of the biggest in the world.
They basically have the potential for unlimited intervention in the market.
That's how they funded Alibaba into a $200 billion Amazon competitor. That's how they keep their economy from totally melting down when stuff like trade war happens. When Chinese markets started tanking earlier this year, the sovereign fund swooped in and bought stocks, pumped cash, and as a result, markets stabilized. Their central bank also joined, handing out loans, all to keep the momentum going. That is what coordinated economic power looks like. It's not reactive, it's proactive. And that's the part that people often miss. For all the tough talk from the Trump crowd about standing up to China, the irony is that China's the one that's now framing itself as a steady hand on the global stage.
Kind of benefits from how the global economic order works right now.